And joining me now from Munich, Germany, where the Munich Security Conference is taking place, is the Secretary of State, John Kerry. Mr. Secretary, welcome back to Meet the Press.
Glad to be with you, Chuck. Thanks.
Let me start. Can you give us an update on...
And that will not happen while this is going on.
Quickly, last question. The Iran nuclear talks, I know that's also front and center. You have a very, very busy agenda these days. Is it just a deal or no deal, or is there a chance that you extend the current sort of temporary deal that's in place now? What are the chances that we see yet another extension rather than signing on the dotted line?
Well, the only chance I can see of an extension at this point in time would be that you really have the outlines of the agreement. You understand exactly what you're doing, and you're extending because you have to fill out the annexes, which are somewhat detailed. But if we're not able to make the fundamental decisions that have to be made over the course of the next weeks, literally, I think it would be impossible to extend. I don't think we would want to extend at that point. Either you make the decisions to prove your program is a peaceful one, or if you're unable to do that, it may tell a story that none of us want to hear.
Do you believe it's a peaceful program? Do you really believe it's a peaceful program?
That's exactly what we have to prove through this process. But I will tell you this, Chuck, and I say this to anybody listening, obviously, we are not going to make a bad deal. We're not going to make a deal which doesn't close off, to the best of human ability, the 4 avenues or potential pathways to a nuclear weapon. That is to say, the underground facility at Fordo, the facility of the Araq plutonium heavy water reactor, the Natanz enrichment facility, which is in the open, which we all know about, and then, of course, the potential for a covert track, which is the most difficult one of all. That means access and transparency, verification, accountability. So those are the things we're looking for, and we hope for the sake of the world to be able to get there, but it's really Iran that has to make some fundamental decisions here.
What is important is a political decision. And the political decision that has to be made is that sanctions have not achieved their intended result. If we started with 200 centrifuges before the sanctions, we now have 20,000. So that's the net outcome of sanctions. Sanctions have to go if there is going to be an agreement. Element of certainty, because Iran's nuclear program has always been peaceful. We're not going to change anything. We're not going to move from a non-peaceful program to a peaceful program. Our program has always been peaceful. What is going to be added is the element of certainty. If we add the element of certainty, it is important for the other side to add the element of certainty by the removal of sanctions.